Welcome to our living room. I thought we'd show you these beautiful white ginger that we picked in our backyard. They're so gorgeous. The smell is just amazing. And I thought the color white could use that color for peace today.
It's so nice to have something in the autumn.
Yeah, they come out.
They always come out every autumn.
This is their time. So what a week this has been, with all the unfolding of the news from Israel, and we don't obsess on the news, but we certainly are well informed about everything that's happening, and we're just devoting this time to prayer and what we can do, what we can all do, because the situation, of course, is so awful. So I want to begin by sharing a story, and I actually shared this story when the Ukraine war broke out. So much has been happening, but I'm going to share it again because it's so relevant. In the early 1980s, Barry and I had the privilege of being able to do a retreat at the White Eagle Lodge outside of London in England, and this was just such a beautiful time. There's such beautiful people, and we met some of the older people, and they told us this story that the White Eagle Lodge used to be in London, and it existed at the time of World War II, and it was being bombed heavily. All of London was being bombed heavily, and these people that belonged to the White Eagle Lodge, they would meet every Monday at 7:00 without fail, even if there were bombs going off, even the air raids, whatever. A circle of very devoted people would meet at 7:00 every Monday, and they would sit together and pray for peace, and they would just breathe out light, and just imagine the light surrounding this very, very difficult situation of World War II. You can imagine. It's hard to imagine what that would be like, to have your own city being destroyed. But they met week after week after week, and one day they were meeting, and part of their the temple, the White Eagle Temple, was bombed and destroyed, but not where they were sitting. And these people stayed sitting because they knew the power of prayer and sending out the light. The part of the building where they were sitting was unharmed, stayed unharmed for the whole rest of the war. And they said, now they continue. I don't know how many are still alive, but
even the young ones are joining now.
Yeah, they continue to meet Monday at 7 because they know the power of prayer. And that's what we want to remind all of us, to know the power of prayer, to have our prayers going forth. And this is a very, very difficult situation on what's going on in Israel, and yet to pray. So we're gonna do that in a little bit. So.
I know so many people feel helpless or powerless. Like, what can I do to help? This dire situation, and just want to really let everyone know that there's just like in the White Eagle Lodge in London, there's a really amazing power in just sending out light, just praying. And there are great beings who we can't see You can call them angels or divine masters or whatever. They're just beings who are very evolved, and they are the helpers, and you can call to them for healing, for love, for light, for peace, and it's powerful work. Don't ever underestimate the power of prayer. Okay? And so I wrote this little song, and I'll say the words right now. We call on the angels for healing. We call on the angels for light. We call on the angels for everything, all that we need to set our souls free. We trust in their power and their love. Okay?
Beautiful, Barry.
Call on the angels for healing. We call on the angels for light. We call on the angels for everything, all that we need to set our souls free. We trust in their power and their love. We trust in their power and their love. We trust in their power and their love. We call on the angels for healing. We call on the angels for light. We call on the angels for everything, all that we need to set our souls free. We trust in their power and their love. 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 So have a moment just to close your eyes, and with every breath, breathe in all the light, all the love of all of creation all around, and breathe out the blessing of peace, the gift of the angels, and send it powerfully, not just to the Middle East, but to all souls on earth who are suffering. Again, breathing in this great light of creation and breathing out all this peace and love, joining with the angels and the great ones to bring love, to bring hope, to bring peace. And we give thanks for this great power and ability and the help that we can be. So take another breath and open your eyes. And thank you so much for joining us to really send out this peace and love. Again, I'm going to say, don't ever underestimate the power of prayer.
So there really is something that each one of us can do, and it might be in this next week that a lot more will unfold, and probably a lot of it will be very upsetting, and so we need to really double up on these prayers and make it a really important part of our lives, and know that we all are making a difference.
Yeah.
And not to, stay informed, of course, but not to obsess about it. Too much is too much, and it will affect your peace and your ability to really go within and say your prayers.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and thank you so much for sharing this video with anyone who might feel powerless, right? Not knowing what to do. This is really important work. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.